What's up, everyone? Welcome back. I'm Ryan, and today I want to discuss what is going on with Bitcoin, NVIDIA, the S&P 500, and stock market in general, as well as some crypto miners and other crypto assets that you could look to buy. All right, everyone. I hope you're having a great middle of your week. Let's get started. Be sure to hit the like button if you like this content, and be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. And also drop a comment down below. Let me know what assets that you would like me to take a look at. All right, here we go, guys. So Bitcoin is setting at $63,500. Um, and really, what I wanted to discuss here today is this a buying opportunity for Bitcoin and crypto assets? Uh, so, as we have seen, the Bitcoin price has rolled over the past few days, putting in a series of lower lows and lower highs. So, should we be looking to buy? Well, I think the first thing we need to take a look at here is the Bitcoin price dropped down to right around that $61,000 level and got a bounce. So for now, I suspect Bitcoin in the very short term will probably be heading upwards, but we need to take a look and see what happens with the Bitcoin price action over the next couple days and couple weeks to really determine if now is a good time to buy. Now, if you're looking at this from a long-term perspective, I think absolutely. If you're just wanting the dollar cost average, I would say yes. But I'm going to give you a few scenarios that I'm looking at to see where the best buying opportunities may be. Another thing I wanted to discuss today is NVIDIA's price. Has it peaked? Well, maybe. We could be putting in a bullish flag here, but I mentioned back here on Thursday last week that we may have seen a top or getting close to a top for NVIDIA. And there's a couple reasons why. Number one, this market has been very overextended, and generally speaking, it likes to come back and touch the 20 SMA. So if we zoom out here a little bit, we can see that. Let's go to the weekly. One second here, guys, while this reloads. So on the weekly chart, we can see that, and it's not going to show us the EMA. Here we go. There we go. All right, so here's the 20-day EMA, and we did come close to touching it. And in previous run-ups here, you see that we normally bounce around this 20 EMA, and so I think that these markets probably will see some sort of pullback towards this moving average, probably over the next couple weeks to couple months. Overall, though, I'm still bullish on the markets through the rest of the year. But here's another reason why I say NVIDIA may have topped. You know this guy, Jim Cramer, kind of notorious for calling things wrong. And he was at the NVIDIA conference and posted this, and he said huge. So that makes me think about what's going on in the markets. But really, we need to take a look at the broader markets, the S&P 500. And right now, the S&P is still moving up, and it has been nonstop and it's created this ascending parallel channel. So depending on which way this breaks will determine which way the markets are most likely to move. And I think we may see a 5 to 8% correction in store here for the markets. One thing I wanted to point out, if we zoom out and take a look at the longer term trend on the S&P, you can see we have this broader parallel channel. And if we really zoom out, let's just go to the monthly on this. So it'll be easier to see. This here is the um, the GFC, the peak right before the Great Financial Crisis. Back in 2007, we tapped it. Well, we created this higher high in 2021, creating this line. And as you can see, we're about to hit that level again. So, like I said, I could see a pullback in store for the markets. The Qs, same thing, only they have broken that line and now are retesting it. Excuse me, guys. Still kind of getting over this little uh, allergies or sinus, whatever is going on here. But yeah, so the Qs have also broken out of this ascending parallel channel. So I do think we could see um, these broader markets start to roll over, and that's why I think your best bets in single stocks, undervalued stocks, and assets and sectors. Another thing we need to keep an eye out for is the Fed FOMC meeting is this week, so we need to be paying attention to what they say because that will determine where the yields and what is going to happen with the yield price, where that goes. So if they're hawkish, you could see higher yields. If they're a little bit more dovish, maybe you'll see the yields start to drop, which would be good for the stock markets and risk assets. And we can see here the 2-year spiked last night almost to that 4.8 level. So we could be beginning to see the yields start to fall off, but right now we'll have to wait on the Fed and see what they say. So what does that mean for risk on assets? Well, the IWM has been creating this level of accumulation here. Is it going to be a basing formation or distribution? It has underperformed relative to the S&P and the Qs. So I think we could be moving into a time when risk assets are on. One of those assets that I wanted to discuss today is Mara. This is a Bitcoin miner. I've mentioned this several times in my videos. And we could see we're making a series of higher lows and higher highs on Mara. It probably could adjust this line down now to include this previous dip here. So I think Mara, it looks like it's in a good buy zone. If the markets go down and Bitcoin goes down, you could see this move lower. But for now, I think this is probably a pretty good buying opportunity. Anywhere in this 16 to 19 dollar range, I think is a good buy for Mara. Another Bitcoin miner, Riot, is also holding this series of this trend here of higher lows, and it has bounced off our trend line. So as long as we maintain this trend line, I think it's a good buy for Riot. And you can see here these levels that we could see going forward. This 22 to $25 range is the next place I expect Riot to move to. Um, and if you look at some of these Bitcoin miners, they haven't performed quite as much as some of the altcoins. When we go back and look at the 2021 run, um, they're lagging a lot of the major altcoins. So you could see Riot here could be one of those uh, companies, Bitcoin miners, that could do possibly a 5x during this crypto bull cycle. Another stock I wanted to mention is Robinhood. Robinhood put in this long basing formation, a series of higher lows and higher highs. And so it looks like it could be a good buy for this crypto cycle. And especially whenever rates begin to ease and we see easier monetary policy. This could come back down and retest this uh, line of what was resistance and flip it into support. So if Hood comes back down to around this $14 level, it would be, I believe, a very good buying opportunity. Another stock I wanted to mention, I mentioned that earlier this week because it has been another one of these that has been putting in this longer basing formation over the past several months, and that is Cybin. Cybin is a pharmaceutical company. Psilocybin, the product, is one of these products that is used to help people focus and concentrate and just kind of feel better in general, help people become more productive. I know a lot of these kind of medical grade psychedelics are popular for a lot of people. Um, and Cybin is one of those I think that could outperform in a risk on asset scenario. So Cybin, CYBN, is sitting at 43 cents. If it breaks this trend line here or this resistance of around 54 cents, this could go much higher. And if we zoom out to the 2021 highs, you can see this was much higher previously. So I think there's a lot of upside. We're starting to put in a series of higher lows for Cybin. So I think this stock could do well. If you guys are interested in trading stocks, commodities, crypto, you can use Prime XBT. I signed up for this. They have a really good platform that allows you to trade all kinds of different assets from all over the globe, global markets. So if you're interested, you can click the link down below. They have a really great platform overall, allows you to create your charts and set order limits if you're interested in that type of trading. So I think they are a good platform you can use. But let's get on with the Bitcoin price action. As we know, we're coming into the halving for Bitcoin. And according to the rainbow chart, we have re-entered the still cheap territory. And as we know, we typically see a pullback before the halving. This cycle does seem to have been a maybe a left translated cycle where we've seen a pickup from the ETFs that were launched a little bit earlier than everyone was expecting. So dips here could be still good buying opportunities if you've missed out so far. And like I said, we have the Bitcoin halving according to Nice Hash is about 25 days away. Let's take a look at the Ethereum versus Bitcoin dominance. I've been talking about this a little bit. It looked like we were starting to set in a series of higher lows, but that did break down as Ethereum fell here recently. And now it is retesting that line to see if it can break through. I think Ethereum is probably in a good buy zone at these levels. I bought in a little bit more yesterday. I'm really holding off a little bit here to see what happens overall in markets before I put much more in. Overall, we're still bullish on the markets. We are in a bull run, so it's hard to short this market. I tried shorting NVIDIA last fall and just got wrecked on that. So, lesson learned, never try to short a bull market or even a dulling market, really, because it can just keep going higher. And so for Ethereum, we came down and touched around this $30,000 level. That happened overnight here. If I would have seen that, I would have definitely probably taken that chance to buy in. But again, a series of higher or lower lows and lower highs for Ethereum currently. I still think we're probably in a good zone for accumulating and dollar cost averaging. Um, and I don't think we're going to go real low on Bitcoin. I know a lot of people are calling it to crash and go to zero. I don't think that's the case. Let's just go back here and take a look at this overall on Bitcoin. We go to the weekly chart here, and this needs to reload once again. So my levels for Bitcoin are, as you see here. I think right now we're probably going to see a bounce, and if we can make a higher high, then maybe we go back up and retest the previous all-time highs. I think we could see that in the short term. If this continues this downward trend, the next level I'd be looking at is this $56,000 to $58,000 level. I think that we probably see some sort of accumulation in this current level where we're at, maybe just bouncing between a $60,000 and $69,000 level for a little while. But if we do break that, then like I said, the 56 to 58 would be the next zone. And I think we will definitely probably see a bounce there. A lot of people are calling for a 30% correction, which could put us down around the $50,000 to $52,000 level. All the pullbacks so far this cycle have been around 20%, all the major ones. So for now, I'm holding that thesis that maybe we see a 20% pullback. Worst case, maybe 30. I don't think we're going any lower than that unless there is just some major black swan event, but we'll have to keep an eye out on that. So for Ethereum, my levels are this $30,000 level. I think is probably going to be kind of the bottom here for Ethereum, at least in the short to midterm, unless something bigger happens with Bitcoin and the stock market in general. And then this level here that we're in right now, let's just put a box in here to show this level a little more. and you can see we're coming up to test that area now. So that's the $3,300 to $3,500 price range for Ethereum. I think this is a good accumulation zone, dollar cost average zone, like I said. And we also have Solana that peaked at over $200 a coin. It's coming back down and testing this box of uh, previous resistance and support. Um, so I could see Solana, it's one of probably the strongest layer ones in my opinion. I think it's really going to be. I think Solana is stronger and probably going to possibly surpass Ethereum during this Bitcoin bull run in total market cap, because their fees are so low compared to Ethereum, and a lot of people are making the switch to Solana and their exchanges because of the fees. And if we just take a look back here at the weekly on Solana, sorry guys, these charts are not wanting to work with me today. So here's Solana on the weekly, and you can see it is going back up to test the previous highs, or it's getting close to that. But right now it's accumulating in this 170. Anywhere in this zone, I think it's a good buy for Solana. Probably worst case scenario, maybe this 135 to $140 range would be a good place to buy for Solana. AVAX remains strong and holding and accumulating in this zone. So I think this is a good zone where you could dollar cost average. I think worst case, maybe we come back down and touch this trend line here, maybe in a couple weeks, possibly. But I think I would be accumulating AVEX in this zone here. Another coin I wanted to mention is Gala Games. Gala took off last week. It hit around 80 cents per coin. It's back down to around 55 cents, and it's retesting this previous line of uh, resistance and support right around 53 cents per coin. And as you can see, it's been accumulating for a long time, putting in a series of higher lows. And this is a gaming coin. I expect AI and gaming to do strong during this Bitcoin bull run. And so, really, anywhere in this area, I think is a pretty good buying opportunity for Gala. And as you can see, it can move much higher as well. If you are interested in buying Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana or some of these other altcoins such as Gala Games, you can use an iTrust Capital account. iTrust Capital is a tax advantage IRA that allows you to buy, sell, and trade gold, silver, and crypto 24/7 with low cost and no monthly fee. I use iTrust Capital. I've rolled over a portion of my IRA into iTrust Capital. So if you have a 401k or IRA, you can roll over a portion of your IRA or 401k or all of it into iTrust Capital. I'm in the process of moving over an additional 5% of my portfolio with iTrust Capital uh, because of the gains that I have made in the stock market this past year. I like to reallocate. I'm a swing trader and investor foremost. I don't necessarily do a lot of day trading. If I see an opportunity, I may take it, but typically I like to catch markets that I think are undervalued and may run higher. Um, is the typical way I like to trade as a swing trader. And so that's what got me into buying Bitcoin and some of these altcoins because I saw the opportunity. I've been a real estate investor and stock trader and investor for over 20 years. And so whenever I see an opportunity, I like to take it. And to me, this opportunity was too good to pass up. And so I like to keep about 5% of my uh, assets in risk on assets in a risk on environment. Um, and really, I've been positioning more heavily towards Bitcoin and the crypto industry because of the returns you can make. Overall, my portfolio is about 50% in crypto assets. Um, and of course, I still have other assets. I bought some TLT the other day just because I think it's going to do well as yields drop. And I've been buying some gold. So, anyway, if you're interested, you can use I Trust Capital. There is a link down below. They have 3,000 plus 5-star reviews, and their customer service is fantastic. I can just tell you that from setting up my account and working with them. Also, if you're interested in creating some sort of passive income, people that know me, I like to generate passive income. That's why I have rental properties. I found this the other day. This is grass. You can go to Google and search "get grass" and sign up today and become part of the AI revolution. And you can install this on your browser and create passive income by mining grass. Uh, then once you mine the grass, you can go and sell it. So this is a good way to generate passive income. I've seen people that have this on their PC or laptop or tablet um, that keep this on and use your spare Wi-Fi bandwidth to mine grass are generating about $450 to $900 a month. So this is a good way to create passive income if you're interested in something like that. Again, the links are down in the description below. And don't forget to follow me over on Twitter. I'll be posting updates over here, uh, such as this. When I saw this yesterday, it's kind of made me laugh and made me wonder, is the top end for NVIDIA? Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, guys, be sure to hit that like button if you like this content and subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, be legendary, guys. Take care.